Greetings and citations, people. I guess, since people are here early for once, I'll talk early for once, too. Hi, hello, I'm Khono Chronos, the Vtuber, the time guy that likes World of Warcraft a lot. Hello, Antonio, hello, average Invincible fan. Number 1 is crazy. I'm guessing you're referring to the top fans thing? That pops up. I mean, I generally have noticed that gives it to almost everyone, you know. But hi. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? Oh, WoW's not doing so great. Of course it isn't. Come on, WoW. My old ass computer, I swear. I just saw the cinematic. It's good, nothing to write home about. Yeah, like I always say, Jacob, for people who haven't seen it yet, don't say anything. I mean, we might talk about it, it's just, I'd rather, I want to talk about it, but, you know. I mean, I just want midnight already, that's... Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's how Box has been feeling too. Yeah, bro, I just got number 1. I don't know. Crazy. I think it just is based on how many times you message in the chat or something. But, yeah, I want midnight already as well, Antonio. I've kind of felt that way for a minute with WoW in particular. Especially War Within, really. Ditto, just give me the new expansion already. I'm very curious to see how the overall consensus is for War Within, because I've heard a lot of people love this expansion. I've heard a lot of people are very about this expansion. I unfortunately fall more in the category for War Within. What does Xal'atath say for Halloween? I don't know, what does she say for Halloween? In terms of the cinematic, like 90% of it was in the 11.2 launch trailer. They really screwed up with the launch trailer. I feel like that needs to be stated. Like, I almost wish they debated us. Like, that's what honestly, Antonio, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, oh, maybe they're faking us out here. But no. It was exactly what it was. It was exactly what it was. Trick or treat, smell my void feet. Why did I should have guessed that was what you were gonna roll with, but oh shit, I gotta charge my phone. My phone is almost dead. I don't hate the War Within. It's definitely better than Shadowlands and Dragonflight, but I'm kind of bored. See, I liked Dragonflight more than War Within. I am a avid Dragonflight enjoyer. I mean, Dragonflight has its flaws for sure. But overall, it was a fun expansion. It gave me Civilian back. It gave me the Orc Heritage questline. It gave me the Founders of Durotar back. Like, I don't know. Dragonflight for me was a fun time. I had a really good time with it. It made me happy. War Within has very much been the opposite. And that's unfortunate. I don't know. War Within... if anyone is, like, curious in terms of my ranking for the expansion, it's, like, below Warlords of Draenor and Cataclysm. Which is not a very... It's a very low part on my list. Like, it's above Burning Crusade and WoW Classic, but... And obviously Shadowlands, of course. But it's below, Ethereal Delves. Alright, I'll talk to you about that, brand. We're just gonna jump right into the questline stuff in a bit here. The new cinematic needs to be action-packed. No more Anduin crying into the camera. I'm so done with sad Anduin. We get it. He's had it rough. So I do disagree on the emotional side of it, right? So I think that we can still have emotional, sad cutscenes and cinematics. That's fine. The problem is we need to have both. We need to have both action-packed cinematics, and we need to have emotion. We only had one fight cinematic for Dragonflight, and that was the Alexstrasza and Razagath cinematic, but it was good. Within, we've had like what? Illyria fires her bow, basically. That's been most of the quote-unquote fight scenes for this expansion. So yeah, they definitely, they need to do both. They need to do fight scenes more, in general, really. I'm gonna charge my phone. I'll be back. I'm not going anywhere, just plugging it in. Okay, I am back. It needs to be like Legion, good balance of drama and action, get people hyped for the story. I'm of the agreement that I think it should be more like Battle for Azeroth in terms of the cinematics, because Battle for Azeroth did a lot of action-packed cinematics, but also emotional stuff. Again, you want to do both. Goodness gracious, Lag City. I'm not doing world quests right now. I mean, I should, realistically speaking, but should probably do the story. You know what? No. I don't need to do the story immediately. Let me do the world quest, guys. Unless you guys want the story. You know what? I'm gonna do the story. I'm doing the story. I know that I'm missing out on rep stuff, but I heard during the Koresh video that they hinted at Legion Remix. They did. They mentioned the Azerite system, or not Azerite system, sorry, artifact system. Same thing. Yeah, they mentioned the artifact stuff. Alright, let me go back to the dome. Yeah, BFA cinematic was leagues better than what we've gotten from the last 3 expansions. Now, I mean, as much as it's we should harp on Shadowlands. We should. I do think that they did a really good job with the Sylvanas versus Tyrande cinematic. It's just that it was very short-lived. And then the Nathanos versus Tyrande cinematic was also pretty good. I don't know. I really enjoy a lot of the Dragonflight stuff. I will be a Dragonflight defender, but I will admit Dragonflight also is missing a lot more of the action-packed stuff. We definitely need, they need to circle it back. They need to do both. That's one of the big things that they've been, I think, missing out on, really. Come on, computer. I'm gonna ask you very politely to be friendly with me right now. Alright. Hello, you've gathered your reinforcements.
I hunt the enemies.
It's been so long since I've heard his voice. I cannot believe he was still here with us, all this time. You have given me true hope, Anarch Blade. It's not in my honor and oath demand that I do whatever it is in my power to save Koresh. I'll give you the rest of your ribbons, and the Wastelanders will join your fight.
My oath.
By the songs of Koresh, I will join you to face the Shadow Guard and Dimensius in battle. Let those that would prey on the untamed Koresh fear his followers. My scouts have tracked your comrades, setting a foothold in the Shadow Guard territory. They'll need our assistance. Koresh lives, our cause is just, our oaths are unbroken. Okay, that broke.
I remember this feeling. The touch of Koresh.
Wish to carry out my oaths to
We
him.
have another ribbon and an army. All it took was the promise of a better world.
Val, you are one sus lady. Right, that's some pretty bad lag. Let me see if I can circumvent that in a way. I love the dome music. At the very least, the music is always goated in WoW. That's the one thing that I don't think they've ever really gotten wrong. So, let's be happy for that at least. Like, I think the story is fine and good. Just, it needs more action-packed stuff, definitely. I will have to catch you all later. Back to work for me. See you, Antonio.
Even across plains.
Shadowguard, Harry. Okay, that's a world quest. The camp has been claimed by Void Elves. We've heard tales of their victories against the Shadowguard on softer worlds. Softer worlds. That's an interesting saying. On Argus, and I guess on Azeroth, technically.
You keep unwise.
I did not know that there were this many Void touched from your world. How do they shield their souls from its madness?
To break an oath is unthinkable.
Narathi is right. We are fortunate that Void Elves have experience battling the Shadowguard. The wastes of Koresh are merciless, and the battle to come will be as well. I hope they're prepared for a brutal fight. These will not be the scattered scouts they are used to fighting on Telegris. You should ensure they are ready for the battle to come. Well, that's kind of, again, very fascinating that they remember to include the Void Elves in the story. Not mad, just disappointed. Man, I want there to be equal representation in Warcraft. I feel like that's such a daunting thing to ask for in this age. Where it's like, yes, I'm glad the Void Elves are getting something. Can we get the Blood Elves in on this? Can we get the Shadow Moon Orcs in on this? Like, something. Like, I'm glad that the Void Elves have representation. They've needed it for a while, but man. Oh yeah, they delayed Shrek 5 to 2027. I wonder if they're delaying it because people caught wind of what the actual plot was. I'm guessing they might be changing it. Because I heard that the plot for Shrek 5 was that the Shrek family was transported to the real world, and they were going to react to the real world in a very Shrek fashion. If that's the case, they dodged a bullet if they're not doing that plot, because that plot was bleh.
We failed, Koresh. The Ravel sorcerer is here. Fortunately for him, my oaths do not demand his death specifically.
That's good. I think we have some stay a while and listens, it looks like, maybe. Oh, yep, there's some malaria in Xal'atath.
I needed the Rendori, Locust Walker. I don't trust you any more than Xal'atath.
Yep.
Time to aim our weapons toward Dimensius instead of our allies, Illyria.
Let's see what everyone has to say. Did Xal'atath go back to fetch the Rendori, canonically? Is that what happened here? I guess that makes sense. I kind of wish that, is the server laggy? I think it's my computer, the big idea. My computer is very old, and, on top of recording the footage, and on top of the Vtuber model and everything, it's just a lot for my computer to handle at this given point. It can handle it a bit, but it's starting to show its, cracks. Yeah.
We are in danger.
I'm glad you've joined the fray, Banner Blades. Now we have a difficult path ahead of us. Stay a while and listen.
The Rendori are gathered. They have fought the Shadow God before.
Perhaps your band of outcasts will finish the job this time.
What of your vendetta, Soul Scribe? Should I prepare for your blade in my back?
Hmm.
The rabble will pay for their crimes in time.
Not an ounce of trust between us. What hope do we have of victory?
Such pessimism. Do you really think I would have thrown in my lot for a hopeless cause? Together, we will destroy the All-Devouring. The only other choice is our own destruction. Trust? Trust is overrated, but we all want to survive. And isn't that enough?
You're right. I have no trust for any of you. But for Azeroth to
Or
survive,
Bannerak.
you can trust the Rendorai will defeat the All-Devouring.
Yeah, I don't particularly understand why Illyria didn't get other people from Azeroth besides the Rendorai, but okay. I'll just slate this too. This is where the crust of trust reached for her, I guess. I don't know. I feel your pain. My computer's overdue to be replaced. I can barely play WoW anymore. I can still play WoW. It's just streaming it and recording it is becoming more and more of a lag fest. Yeah, I need to get the parts and the new computer soon.
Don't assume victory.
The journey here from Telegris was not without risk or complication. Some of our Riftwalkers were severely injured as they traversed the space between worlds. But they were able to bring with them enough of a force to defeat the Shadow Guard. Help Riftblade Mela with the wounded. I need to take the measure of our new allies.
Beware her manipulations.
Oh, fair. She is a manipulator. Okay, we already did the stay a while and listen.
The universe is full of mystery.
Alleria called for our aid against Demencius. We will follow her to the end.
Hello, I hate Illyria, that is all, goodbye. Understandable. What are you doing?
Make this quick.
So few allies, the numbers are against us. Koresh brings his testing upon me. I will find glory.
Beware the
I
sand.
like the Wastelanders. Unfortunately, the dungeon spoils way too much. That's the phase conduit. Okay, it's telling me to do a world quest, that's why.
What is it?
These elves are more resilient than I thought. Perhaps our people have been tempered by adversity.
I am bound.
My people have fought across every inch of the ruins of our world. We have given our oath to King Xal'atath, and he's rewarded us by sending the Shadow Guard to hunt us down. Xal'atath is long dead, but we knew the Shadow Guard would return. In the long years that followed, we secreted caches of weapons, so we would always be able to raise a blade in defiance.
We failed Koresh.
Danger lurks.
With or without Xal'atath, the Shadow Guard have been a thorn in my side. It would be wise to take out as many as we can on this rock. I still don't trust her, but we must focus on the enemy we can defeat right now. Do not relent, Benarg Bladesna. If you see any Shadow Guard, cut them down. A battle against them today saves us a battle against them tomorrow.
Stay alert. The Shadow Guard have begun their attack. This will be the first test of our untrusting coalition.
Oh, yeah.
The Shadow Guard will not prevail this day. We fight, so Koresh may live.
Blizzard should introduce Grawl and Brawl, the two brothers of Thrall who have the exact same character moments as Thrall and fought exactly like him too, and at any given moment one of them has to be in the story. Thrall having a pair of brothers, I see. For marketing reasons. I don't particularly understand why we don't just get Thrall, but okay. Do you like that music? With how intense it is. They really killed it in the music for this expansion at the very least. Like, it's very... all of it's very unique. Now give me playable ethereals. There's a weapon there. Oh, you're attacking me? Okay. It means you get to die, little friend. I think the weapon is right here? Yes. What if Bannarok used aim assist for his archery? I guess he'd do better, technically. I have noticed that the dire beasts are a lot bigger this patch. I'm not sure if that has something to do with the model ID, but definitely bigger. When I did that quest, I forgot her name's videos. What did she mean about the void fears most? What is that exactly? I think it's just the maw? I don't know. They didn't really specify the details. It was very vague. I think it's mostly just like death is like the void's, you know, not opposite, but like, you know, like it's kind of like Pokemon, like different types affect it in different ways. So like, death magic usually is very effective against the void. Fel is very effective against the arcane. Light is very effective against the void as well, but it's also very effective against the Fel. Fel is also very effective against itself. There's more of these dude, that's cool. How many more weapons do we need? Oh, we're good on the weapons, cool. Now all we need is a Void Tamer, okay. They're right there. Okay. There's another Void Tamer right there. think we only need one more Void Tamer. Nope. Where art thou, Void Tamer? You are not a Void Tamer. I need Void Tamers. Ah! Guess they just haven't respawned yet is probably it, which is constant. Respawn on these guys is bad. Oy. I do appreciate how outlandsy the music is. Like it very much evokes the— oh, there's one. Okay, let's turn in this bad boy.
While you fought, we scouted the Shadow Guard. They must have a Rishi ribbon.
Makes sense.
Speak, fleshling!
These will do. They are still as sharp as ever. I will arm my people and your allies. For Koresh, Benray Bladesnot.
My oath guide me.
Who can we trust?
Well done, Benray Bladesnot. If the Shadow Guard bled, I am certain the sands would be soaked. Many more lay before us on the path to victory. There will be time for celebrations yet.
May your aim never falter.
Hello, my
Very good, my champion. You are swift and sharp blade of destruction. We will put all that power to use now. We will slaughter all of the Shadow Guard that seek to raise Dementius, and the machines created to feed his insatiable hunger. The Shadow Guard must have a Rishi ribbon among their spoils. As we destroy their garrisons, look for this final ribbon. It is our way forward to kill a Void Lord. Gosh, I cannot talk.
With my help, victory. With our new army, we will raise their garrisons until we take the Rishi for ourselves.
Okay, I figured there'd be a longer speech there. I do love these, like, giant conduits of buildings. Again, very Netherstorm.
Take their wraps. No new Shadow Guard will be bound today.
Wraps contain the final corrupted energies of an ethereal that has succumbed to the void.
destroy the garrison's machinery. You are destruction itself.
How do I listen to her? Hi, Dementius.
Hurry, my champion. We must push forward before the Void Lord awakens.
Look what they are doing to my people. Their souls filled with the void, oath-bound to the all-devouring against their will.
Oh. They're being forced into this. That changes things a little bit.
If it isn't my
A few more of
favorite
these and we
mortal.
might even have a chance. Do not relent, Benark Blades. Now you are capable of this, and so much more.
Keep your enemies.
2 more to go. 2 more places for the ribbon to be hidden.
We will survive.
You have found me.
I have fought the Shadow Guard on Erideth, Peligris, and now Koresh. They are thorn that should be plucked from the cosmos. That they should follow the very monster that threatened their world proves that they are a scourge. Though perhaps I am no better, fighting alongside Xal'atath. I will grapple with that contradiction later. For now, I intend for us to put an end to them, Benark Blades now. You know, upgrade
No
there.
target.
Dimensions must be stopped.
Turning into beings of energy was a choice we made when we had no other option. In time since, we have become reliant on consuming energy to survive. The Shadow Guard are feeding that power to Dementius. His hunger is infinite, and he will drain the energy from Koresh to fuel his reemergence. We must destroy this machinery that feeds him, Benark Blades now. Okay. Illyria, you fought them on Azeroth too, twice. Ooh, true.
My past does not define me.
This is unthinkable, heretical. The Shadow Guard have captured my warriors and are converting them into new troops for Dementius, forcing an oath to serve the All-Devouring as void fills their being. Free them, Benark Blades. Now, we cannot let this last any longer. I will send Norethe to aid you in this fight. She knows how to untether the souls of Oathbreakers.
To break an oath.
We need to destroy the Shadow Guard, or their army will overrun us.
Call upon Narathe in battle if you need aid.
Very short and to the point. Bum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Murdered, holy moly. Shadow Guard Colossus. Oh, that's pretty intense. Meanwhile, these guys take forever to kill. Be free! I would sooner die than serve the void. That's nice. Need to save 5 more ethereals. And then disable 4 more pylons. You must construct additional pylons. Eventually I'll play StarCraft. That is on the agenda someday. Feel the void calling to me. Well, that's never good. Don't let it do that to you. Bad. And now we just need 3 more blorbos. Oh, hi. Right, one last blorbo. That was close. A few more seconds and I would have fallen to their corruption.
A trained mind can withstand the void. This mana forge untethers the soul, then binds it to Dimensius.
That pisses Locust Walker off.
What is Xal'atath planning?
Is this the fate of the Rendori? Given long enough, will we too serve the very forces we fight today? It's always possible.
At least I can trust you.
Ah, yeah, you can trust me.
Our fight continues.
My people's technomancy could be put to great beneficial use, yet time and time again we use it for great evil. As Dimensius' power grows, we are all diminished.
We do what we must.
You keep unwise.
How many were lost, do you think? I have a duty to my people. Let us finish this so that none are forced to serve the all-devouring again.
We failed already.
We forestall extinction.
We must continue disabling or destroying these buildings. I am loath to destroy the technology of my people, but when used for such dire purposes, there is no such choice. From here on out, hold nothing back. Let us raise the works of the Shadow Guard.
Survival isn't Xal'atath. It's focused on destruction at all costs. However, I will not abandon my people to the Shadow Guard's mercies.
So you can still defy her after all.
Alright, let's do it. Ooh, I like how it's like each person gets their own little moment.
This garrison's conduits have been overloaded with void energy.
Got it, buddy. I really like Locust Walker. Oh no. Void Energy, my favorite. Hi, Dimensius.
As Dimensius grows in power, all fates bend toward destruction.
I hope Dimensius says more than just one word at a time. That's the one thing I will say that I was like, give him more.
A nightmare I had forgotten. The all-devouring stirs. We must hurry.
I like this sort of hodgepodge Legion level army thing that they have here. Would have been nice if this was mentioned at all before now, but it's cool. Yeah, I wish it was also mentioned before, so it's one of those things where it's like, this should have been like maybe introduced at the very start of Koresh, but sure.
Dimensius must
There's
be
only
stopped.
more darkness ahead of us. Be prepared for anything.
My past does not define me.
Now it is time, Benric Bladesnaw. We must not hesitate. They will send their strongest to defend this last Mana Forge. We will find Nexus Prince Azar there, and we will end him before we take this battle to Dimensius. Xal'atath or no Xal'atath, we have what we need to do this. Just one final kill. Let us not let us not dally. Make haste. Okay. Stop recording and then record again.
Find a path Xal'atath surely means to betray us.
Oh,
Let
yeah.
us destroy the final garrison before she gets the chance.
At last, our oaths will be shed in glory today.
It's the same sort of thing as Argus's World Soul stuff, I guess. Very neat story beat, but it doesn't really give time to take it in before it's over. True. Yeah. Where's Nexus Prince Azir? Where's this nerd? I like all the hunters here. There's like 2 hunters here. And me. So there's 3 hunters.
By my heart, Dimensius returns! The dark heart I stole from the Harbinger will revive the all-devouring.
Cutscene time? Oh hey, a Void Dragon.
Saladar survived?
Oracles of Koresh! You dare defy your king! You dare break your oath!
King Saladar, you died, and our oath died with you.
No! With Dimensius as my master, I have been remade in the Void. Your oath to me still stands. Honor it now, and slay
He
the
looks
rebel
cool.
as you swore to do.
How could we fight for you? You serve the all-devouring.
And by sacred oath, so do all of you. Obey, or die!
her voice broke.
have no choice. Kill the rabble and their followers. Fulfill your oath.
You dingus. I was starting to like her too. I was like, why does she betray us in the first place? Oh, it's because her king shows up.
I don't care about your oaths. You don't have to betray us.
True.
We have no choice. We will not die as oath breakers.
You dinguses.
Take Azir's Rishi ribbon, champion. We have paid a steep price for it. There are so few left to fight Dimensius.
Why didn't you bring people from Azeroth to help? Oh my gosh, it's such a weird plot point at this point. Like, you brought the Rendora here. Like, is it really just like the only hurdle that I could see is, well, okay, well, they wouldn't be able to withstand Dimensius's void powers, but can't we do the same thing?
Where were you, Xal'atath? What betrayal have you planned?
The Wastelanders betrayed you. Our interests are still aligned, and victory is within our grasp.
Like, the only thing that I could think of is that, unlike the player character and the champions and the Rendorai, again, this makes no sense to me because the Rendorai should also have to have this problem too, is that we don't have enough of the Rishi ribbon wraps or whatever to, like, hand out for everyone, but, like, I feel like Xal'atath, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, if the stakes are that high, shouldn't we risk it? Like, the only thing I can kind of also think of is, like, we don't want to ask Xal'atath to, like, do it to Thrall in case, like, Thrall dies on Koresh, but like I said, if Dimensius gets born, and then he goes to go attack Azeroth, it's already over, right? So shouldn't we have all hands on deck from Azeroth to help out here? I don't know. That's a little bit frustrating for me.
There is much left to do.
I grow tired of this lesson, Benric Blightsnaw. Always when we get close to someone, they betray us. They falter, they turn, they die. Always we put them in danger and we fail to protect them. Yeah. True.
We hunt the truth.
We hunt the truth? That's a good, audio drama from, Halo that went nowhere.
Sharp as a blade, aren't you?
The possibilities have begun to narrow. We are on the cusp of victory. Are you ready, my champion, to fulfill your oath against Dimensius? Xal'atath chuckles. Very well, I have some promises of my own to keep. Let us formalize our defense against Dimensius by the platform towards the Mana Forge.
I will do as I promised. Come, my champion. We have a Void Lord to kill.
So you've claimed. So you've claimed. Ooh, this is a cool raid entrance. I still stand by that. That's cool. Hi, Dimensius.
We haven't much time. We must begin the ritual.
Our fight continues.
Getting our forces here was just the beginning. We must still face the All-Devouring.
We do what we must.
What is Xal'atath's game here? She had ample opportunity to trick us.
Know your target.
Here we are, on the precipice of victory. So many possibilities between here and there. You have promises to keep, Xal'atath. You do, you do. Raid ending came out after one recent comment. Think it's gonna be a little sad. Oh, I remember already seeing it. The emotional damage is inbound, of course.
We're in this together. It is time! Present your Rishi ribbons. I will fulfill my word.
madness to trust her with this power.
Demencius is almost upon us. How many more worlds must be destroyed?
Time grows short. Bind your ribbon or use it to destroy me. As it once destroyed Karesh. Choose, Alleria.
Valeria. Please.
They look edible. See, I noticed that. So you have the Rishi ribbons be used on us and the Void Elves. So, in theory, you could have used those Rishi ribbons on forces from Azeroth besides the Void Elves. So you could have brought more here. I know you guys can't see me, but you can see Khono. If there was a look of disappointment, I don't have a look of disappointment. I can just look angry. It's like all I've got. It's all I've got. I need to get a disappointment face. And my Steam Deck isn't working. Oh well. Oh well. I won't spoil it. Again, I've already seen it. Oh, I was behind. I thought it was alive, but was 10 minutes behind. But what do you think of the transmog idea on the Void Elves with the Ethereal Cloth set and Alleria bow? I don't. I'm guessing that's something you were mentioning earlier. I haven't read it. Hold on. The Chad Locust Walker versus the Virgin Terralian. True, Zelrin. True. Like that the cloth set makes you look like an ethereal. Hate the other sets. Not class sets, just mean the open world sets. Oh, okay. I want my paladin to look like ethereal or my rogue or my hunter. If only hunter could use cloth set from open world. Imagine how hard the ethereal set. I like parts of the cloth set, but not really the helm. I'd recommend if you want to look like an ethereal, use the what is it called? Rishi wraps, yeah.
We forestall.
Getting our forces here was just the beginning. We still need to face the all-devouring. Alright, stay a while and listen.
Survival is our utmost. I must talk to you before we cross the threshold, Windrunner. When you behold the Void Lord, you will understand. You will know why my actions were necessary.
No, Locust Walker. I won't. You became a monster to defeat Demencius. You sacrificed your world, your loved ones. I would never do that.
There was no other way.
That's what you keep telling me. We lied and manipulated our way to this victory because that is how she does things. You think you've escaped the Void, that you are its master. But every dark whisper in my head confirms that you are lost. You are the Void's creature. No better than Xal'atath.
Windrunner.
I will follow the champion into that mana forge. For Azeroth. For Karesh. For all the worlds unknown who we will spare this cruel fate. Then we are done. You are no longer my teacher. No longer my compatriot. No longer my friend.
Damn!
Lead on, champion. Demencius awaits.
Or Locust Walker. You've already seen the end cinematic. I have, yes. Locust Walker is such a lovable dumbass. I've never seen a guy be simultaneously objectively correct, but also so terribly wrong that it's funny. True. Hypocrite award goes to Illyria. Fell for it again, award goes to Illyria. What the heck? I've gone, like, completely around on Locust Walker. I did not like or trust him in Legion, but I'm totally on his side now. She's so mean, what the hell? He's so sad. It's it's understandable. Like, I feel like, obviously, I'm biased to Locust Walker. Like, I totally get where he's coming from, because we've heard his short story and everything, and I don't know, we know what's coming, I know what's coming, so it's like, it's a tragedy, right? And I feel like Illyria's gonna eat her own words now, after this, for obvious reasons. But, yeah, Locust Walker didn't deserve that. Like, I'm with Illyria on not trusting Xal'atath, but Locust Walker doesn't deserve that heat. I don't think so, at least. Yoink this.
Tell me what you need.
Here we are, and I already read that.
We will survive.
Stay vigilant, my friend. Xal'atath's games have not yet unfolded. We must be prepared for her inevitable betrayal. True, true. I just wish you prepared a little bit better. Like, I think you might have want to prepared Illidan styled for it, Illyria.
The
Shadow Guard have reinforced their garrison.
This is it, Benric Blade Snob. We must defeat this Void Lord no matter what it takes.
Beware her manipulate. The void devoureth all.
Well, I can't do the raid yet. Wait, enter the story mode, raid in story mode, optional?
What next?
Already read the stay a while and listen.
We do what we must.
Where is the story mode optional? I want to do that. Did they do it in the first week? Did they finally do that? Find out. Enter. Oh, can I do the story already?
Our efforts have led to this.
My life has been defined by the pursuit of Dementius and revenge for my people. Years ago, I thought that we had closed the book on the Void Lord's tale. Yet the Shadow Guard are determined to ruin that for us all. Not while I still live. Hey, Phase General Mir, good to see you. And he got a glow up. Good to see that. Good to see that. My Shadow Priests be ready to hold the line, not trust Xal'atath to backstab them, cause she backstabs the High Priest. My headcanon is he's one of the few people that was considered to be a High Priest, so he's also chasing her, as well as working with the Forgotten Shadows to help fight the Void. Got it. There were many of us who pursued their revenge above all. We swore an oath to bring about the death of Dementius above all else, as did my fellow brethren in the Protectorate. That duty is not yet complete, but I am no longer singularly consumed by it. How can I, when the dream of Koresh sings stronger than ever? I believe in my dream of the cartel and I will serve unto my end. It doesn't seem like we can do the skip yet on story mode.
Death to the Shadow
That's
God.
unfortunate. Womp womp.
Wealth can solve any problem. May you succeed in your endeavors.
Or do I have... When do you get the other... Rushy Rap appearance? Nah, he absolutely deserves it. His actions are easy to excuse, and if he didn't do what he did, we'd not be able to fight Dementius. But they're also horrible and wrong? I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that just a little bit. Okay, so we still don't have the helm, it seems like. When do you get the helm? Reshi Hood. Where do you get the Reshi Hood from? Is that like renowned stuff?
Heal is just another kind of oath. Let's go.
I guess we'll figure that out eventually. Alright, I'm gonna do world quests now, but that's as much as the story that I can do, because I am not in a... We're not currently raiding Koresh. I don't know if we're going to. Alright, what do I need to do here? Enter phase diving, of course. There was a leak of Legion time-walking artifact weapon traits on Wowhead. It's not really a leak, it's from the video that they posted fairly recently. Also, how do I unlock the headpiece? Is it that hard? Is that part of the quest? I don't know. I think it's just from leveling your cloak to max. Got it. I don't even remember how you level your cloak, though. Everything is so new still. Where is the, okay, phase conduit. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna do world quests for the rest of the stream, but, we can still talk about other stuff. Actually, let me go to my vault. My Darkmoon Fair buff is gonna end soon. Womp womp. That's why I'm like, I might as well just, because I'm not gonna finish the world quest that quickly, so. I can't earnestly say team up with Xal'atath, condemn my people to immortality, blow up my planet, lie about it for hundreds and thousands of years, and then team up with Xal'atath again is heroic. I wouldn't call it heroic. I'm saying it's understandable. And the thing is that I will, like, agree with on Locust Walker is we don't exactly have any other alternatives. He'd love Illidan, he's my goat, and he's right. It's kind of a shame that both Illidan and Locust Walker were on the same planet together and they never interacted. Good old Argus. Alright, I'm gonna go to the vault. That was a very, I'll be honest with you, that was a very short quest line, like for the chapter thing that they're doing. Like honestly, I feel like they should have just done the first 4 chapters for the raid. Not the raid, the zone. And then the final chapter, chapter 5, would be unlocked this week. That's what I would have done. And you could do like a, cause like what they did in both Shadowlands and I believe Dragonflight is you could just ask, hey, what was the ending to the raid? And they would just tell you. Like they would give you the cinematic and everything. It was nice. They've not been doing it for War Within, I've noticed, because they've been doing the more story mode thing. Oh, why did I take my Hearthstone? Gosh darn it. I am stupid. Could have just flown over, you dummy. After the raid, are you going to AFK in Silvermoon? No. I have no reason to go to Silvermoon. Oh, what the heck? Hello? Hello again, Beneric Bladesnaw. Benari asked me to find you. She asked that you meet her in the Oasis. Oh. Well, here's something to do. Okay. It's understandable because of the stakes and the consequences, but they're still morally atrocious acts. I guess that's fair. I don't know. I still like Locust Walker at the end of the day. I should join you shortly. I have some errands to run here first. I do love, like, the spider crawler, broker look. Well, instead of World Quest, we're gonna do this, I guess. It's technically, it says it's story, but it's not story. It's like the Oasis thingy. It's neat. I do love that giant, like, vortex of Koresh. It's such a, like, a cool, like, thing. I do remember when we first saw that, people were like, is that the inside of Azeroth? Because, you know, people really thought we were getting Rootlands as the final zone of War Within, and like, I can't blame them. I also thought we were going to get Rootlands at some point for War Within, that Koresh was going to be like a tease for Midnight, but honestly, I still stand by, I think making it be Koresh was the right move for the final patch of War Within, because I was getting kind of sick of the underground stuff. It's fine to like him, I like him, but it's like, how Illidan did literal slavery. They did good for the universe at the end of the day, but all they did was, but all they still absolutely deserve is hate. See, I don't know if I think Illidan deserves hate for what he did, because he did save the world from the Legion. And I don't think Locust Walker deserves hate either. I don't know, it's complicated. Hate from other characters in the world. I mean, to some level, sure. But it's getting revamped for the next expansion, so it makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense, Jacob. I'm not gonna go AFK into Silvermoon City after the raid, just because it's getting updated. That's silly. Venari did not tell me that she was hiring off-worlders. Good help is so hard to find, I suppose you'll have to do. Venari is very busy. While both her and Talad are away, I will give you your orders. We have many creatures here in the Oasis. They'll make messes. Go clean them up. Come back when you are done. I have more tasks for you, perhaps spreading fertilizer. Oh my goodness. Giving Banneret the peon work. Well, at least I can enjoy the Oasis music. Ah. There is a poop quest. Did we get a poop quest in, Please stop. I didn't realize who you were. Venari has arrived. She's waiting for you. I am so very sorry. I had no idea you were, well, you. Please accept my apologies. I would have not asked you to perform this task if I have known. We had one singular poop quest, guys. That is a little funny, not gonna lie. We went from janitor cleanup to oh, I didn't know that you were the hero. If I was from Koresh, instead of using the powerful arcane artifact and technology to teleport people away, they turned me into an immortal sparkle mummy or a flame-headed robot forever. I don't know, I think I'd be within my rights to despise the guy, especially because it didn't work. Technically, it kind of worked, but also didn't work. Complicated.
With funding comes salvation.
I apologize for the last task of a custodian gave you. Good help is difficult to find, as you have both said.
Our work has just begun.
We've taken some of the native species we saved out of stasis. We'll need to recreate their habitats. There are 2 primary species here, as well as this console to monitor species in the Oasis. I recommend acquainting yourself with these creatures before we begin.
I must protect my investment.
While you will be on assignments that befit your skill sets, there are also additional tasks that need to be done in the Oasis on a regular basis. While these are typically done by custodians, if you are in the area, I would not say no to your assistance with them, now and in the future.
My fortune for the world that was.
In the Oasis, we looked to recreate Koresh as it was. As we fled, we were able to preserve the smallest amount of Koresh's species. We look to rebuild, for them, and for us, for Koresh. Your assistance is needed for the times to come. Welcome to Register User. Please use this console to review the status of fauna in the Oasis. Please select below the status for specific species. Slatebacks. The species is limited in its impact upon the ecosystem due to its low population. Okay. There's not a lot of that species going on right now.
Put your hopes in the
That makes sense. We haven't really, we've just started. I don't know, I think I'd be within my rights to despise the guy, especially because it didn't work. I read that. Why they keep resetting the Valor Stones instead of going past 2K? I don't know. Gameplay stuff is not my best forte. I'm really bad at explaining that stuff, usually. Especially because I really don't know what to say about, like, why do they keep capping the 2000? I don't know, they shouldn't do it. Slateback Alpha eyes you as you approach. Carefully reach out to the Slateback Alpha. The Alpha paws on the ground, then quickly moves its head forward and nudges your hand before pulling it back. It then looks you dead in the eyes and snorts. Player housing PvP? I don't think they're gonna do that. Carefully reach out to the Thorntail Matriarch. Okay, we kind of just did a jump. Now we need to... Alright, we need to collect data, I guess? On the plants. Competitive decoration. I like that. I don't think the water is supposed to go that way. That data little drone. I'm here to help. Call on me when you need more science. Okie doke. Okay. Nice little, I guess, intro quest to the dome and what it functions. I kind of like that. Not a lot so far, but it's something. I just wish I honestly wish it was voice acted just a tiny bit.
I swore an oath to restore my world.
You are unharmed. Excellent. This means we may proceed faster.
What is more valuable than
How
home?
you've been hard at work. If you wish to help out the custodians, there is always data to be collected, plants to be watered, and soil to flatten.
I must protect my investment.
One final item before we begin, a special task suited for your unique capabilities. No, not killing, flying. The Oasis requires donations. Donations come from advertising. Take these slacks of flyers and distribute them around Tazabesh.
My fortune for the world that
Do not worry about the litter. I have placed devices on these leaflets that will cause them to seek nearby brokers. I wish that it also sought out nearby ethereals, but alright. I think that's my biggest complaint about Koresh, is it needed way more ethereals. Like, I'm glad we got brokers, and I don't hate brokers, but this is Koresh, this is the ethereal homeworld, and it's kind of sour that we're not getting as much on them comparatively. Come on, computer, I know you can handle this.
As if we didn't have enough trouble. Now the mail is backed up.
Well, how do I distribute it? Distribute the advertisements throughout Koresh. Well, yeah, that's what I want to do. How do I do it? Oh, through the circles. That's handy. I'm gonna do a little bit more distributing. Hooray! I have done Venari's task. Hooray, huzzah, yippee.
My ecodomes are constantly under attack. Not by Wastelanders and Shadow God.
Void
The great
birds.
dragon, Reshanor, tears freely in and
I still want to know the story and lore about the Void Dragons on Koresh. Like, how? I'm assuming they're just native, but like, how does that like? How did that work? They were just like, yeah, we got dragons.
Everything I've done has
I just
been for
received several
Koresh.
quests to donate already. Excellent.
What is more valuable than home?
We need more species to help pollinate. I have studied your world, and I believe your bees in Stormsong Valley will be best. Not the fire ones, though, too dangerous. Bring back some bees, and we can see if they are suitable. Take this communication in case I need to contact you.
Our work has just begun.
I provide a portal for you as payment when you return with the bees. The real, work starts. Ensure you do not make much of a mess. I prefer not disrupting another ecosystem if it can be avoided. And now we leave Koresh. See if my phone is fully charged yet. It should be. It wasn't, but it's mostly charged. Wait, I can look on the tweeters while my computer loads for an eternity. Alright, there we go.
A fellow researcher.
Ah, a blood elf. Oh, why did you portal here? To get bees. Used a teleport spell to come get bees. I really need bees. Apparently. Where did you come from anyways, Koresh? Koresh? I've never heard of it. Is it in Kalimdor? Never mind, I'm getting distracted. We need to save these bees.
If you find anything
The random people
interesting,
appearing
let
from
me know.
thin air was not what I had on my list of expected interactions today. Still, you look capable. Perhaps you'd be interested in helping me out here.
So soon? Take care.
Something is agitating the bees, and I suspect it's these honey-crazed maulers. Take some down and see if it helps. Even if it doesn't, you're doing a world a favor. They are completely out of control.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Stormsong has some of the biggest and best pollinators in Azeroth, when they aren't angry at least. If you're looking to take these, you'll need to try and calm them down. It looks like their honey is being stolen. Try not to take some honey back from those honey blob things. Can't hurt, right? Sorry, I'm more of a plant person than a bee person. They just come with the territory. I'm pretty sure this is the same person who voices both Chromie and Rouge the Bat.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
We need to find out why the bees are acting the way they are. While you're out dealing with the possible causes, I'll monitor the bees' response. It is nice to be back in, Voltiris, I won't lie. I like BFA areas, what can I say? EFA areas, Oh damn, I instant killed them. Are these, I can't tell if these guys are scaled properly or not. Like, are these guys still in the BFA scaling? Maybe they're just easy to kill. Island Expedition Cave. Interesting. What's that arcane ability I'm doing? I love the, Stormsong Valley is one of, like, it's a very chill zone. It's got a lot of problems in it, sure, but, like, I just like the music of it. Plus Rexler's here, so, you know, that's pretty great. Yep. I had a feeling that bee was gonna bother me. Six more Maulers and 3 more Galabi boys. I wonder what will happen to WoW not making good and end cinematics for the final raid of each expansion. I mean, good is subjective, I guess, on some level. I mean, in my opinion, the final... I've made this debate and argument before, but I will stand by saying that the true ending for Battle for Azeroth was not the N'Zoth one, it was the Saurfang one, because that one just made more sense and mattered more, really. And it was just good. Shadowlands ending was bad. The Dragonflight ending was... something. I think the main problem with it was too much of a monologue between different characters, and they just were like spelling out what was happening really, when they really didn't need to. The War Within ending was predictable, and I think that's like its biggest, you know, offense. It's a fine ending, but like nothing really major happens that makes you go, holy shit. It's kind of just like a, yep, that happened. I figured that was gonna happen, you know? It's one of those things. What did I miss? Did you see the Metaforge ending cinematic? I have seen it already. I saw it quite a while ago. We were actually just talking about it just now. It's an ending. It's predictable. That's the main thing I'll say about it. Like, it's not the worst ending that we've ever had for WoW in terms of like an end game raid cinematic. It's just kind of, I think the problem is it's just too predictable. Need 5 more maulers. Where are all the maulers? There's one. There's one back there. The only surprise is that they don't show Xal'atath's feet. I mean, yeah. I mean, technically they do show it, but not the, I guess, the toes or whatever. And they show the toes too. They don't show the bottom of the feet. Alright.
I'm so glad you're here. Oh, good. I could use your help.
Good job. I mean, it didn't help. The bees are still upset. But you did make a world a safer place, so credit where credit is due.
The world is wild.
Did you get the honey?
Stay safe.
Alenra looks at you, at your very sticky fingers. Well done. I shan't shake your hands, though. Just well done. Unfortunately, the bees are very upset still. We might need to find a use for the honey later.
So soon? Take care.
While you were out, I scouted some of the smaller bees' hives. They all look like they've suffered damage. We should investigate them. Maybe that's the cause of their aggression.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
We need to deal with the hive guardians one way or another if we are to investigate this place. I do hope that we don't have to kill them.
So soon? Take care.
I'll come with you to... Ah, who is that? I heard your friend's request. I have sent you an item that will be useful. Do not say I ever do anything... Do not say I ever do anything nice for you. Were you listening to me? Of course not. You are so loud I could not help but overhear. You are not that interesting. If you are upset, perhaps I will not help next time. Dang! Dang, Venari! That hurts! Venari saying that we're not that interesting. Damn. Hive has been smashed open and all the honey has been drained from it. This looks like the work of a honey-crazed smaller. Ooh. Oh. Oh, we can tranquilize them. Tranquilize them. How do you tranquilize them? What the heck? I don't have a trank.
A fellow researcher?
I don't know where the tranks are that allow them to trank them. The queen bee of this hive lies dead. Surrounded by bees from her hive, you see a large puncture holes in them. The wounds are too clean to be maulers. This was done with precision, not madness. There'll be a new big bad. Xal'atath will get the gold dance special and get killed off in the first raid. My money is on a Ridicron. There is a flaw in what you're saying, Zolt. Metzen did say that Xal'atath is supposed to be for the entire saga. So, I don't think Xal'atath is going to get killed off in Midnight. I don't even think she'll be the first, tier boss for Midnight. I think that might be someone like Darkhan Drathir, who will probably come back. What's more likely... Okay, how do I trank you? My normal trank doesn't work. Where's the trank? That's the hive. Oh. Tranquilizer dart optional. Yeah, I don't think is that the trank? Ah. There we go. I was like, what do you mean tranquilize them? I don't see a trank. I think a Rotocron will be, obviously for Last Titan. I don't know if he'll be the, you know, the boss, or the final boss. I mean, the final boss, to me, it would make sense to be either Aman'Thul or Xal'atath. What I think is going to happen is, I think, ironically, for Last Titan, the first tier boss will be Aman'Thul in the Titan Pantheon that's side with him. Then a Rotocron will do his thing, and then, Xal'atath will finally step in. Or a Rotocron will use Xal'atath, like, he'll, like, trap her inside the dagger. And that's how she's still a villain and a character, but technically is dealt with. That's my theory, anyways, as to, like, the Last Titan situation. But I do think Midnight will be more Xal'atath's time to shine as a baddie. I think Last Titan there'll be a lot of stuff going on. Hive shows clear signs of damage. The damage could have been done by maulers, and instead appears to have been caused by something with slender legs. You notice a lot of dead bees inside. Oh no, it looks like the larger bees attack the smaller bees. They're out of control. Quick, let's check the last hive. You don't get to kill that bee. Or you do, I guess. Why are you here? What's this about? This is the, Venari, sent us here. It's like the Oasis, animal thing. Where, like, you grab animals for the domes. So right now we're grabbing bees. find a queen bee huddled in the back of this hive. She is surrounded by the corpses of her colony. It's clear that without help, she won't last long.
Oh, good. I could use your help.
Oh no, the poor queen bee! We have to save her!
The world is wild.
Bees are super pollinators. It's incredibly unfortunate they are so murderous right now. Normally, they are quite calm.
So soon? Take care.
If we save the smaller bees, they can join the queen's colony. I just wish that we had a way of capturing or transporting them. Do you have any ideas? Perhaps that friend of yours has something. If you come across any of these larger bees, I worry that they may be beyond saving. Do what you have to do.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
We need to find a way to lure out the queen so that we can take her away from here. Oh, the honey you gathered earlier. Put that out to lure her, then catch her in this ventilated jar. You said you were after bees. I think she'd be a great fit.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
Was about to ask, EU patch is 6 hours away and we don't have this. Ah. EU, is that a Quel'Dorei?
I'm so glad you're here.
That is a blood elf. Yeah, no, that's a blood elf. Got the green eyes. Yeah, that is not a Quel'Dorei, Zoran. With salads have to be the final boss of Midnight. I'm keeping that funny autocorrect fail. It's supposed to be Xal'atath. I do not think Xal'atath will be the final boss of Midnight.
The world is wild.
Again, with what Metzen has said, Metzen said that Xal'atath is supposed to be the villain for the whole saga, so. Oh, based.
Put your hopes in the trust.
You are certainly taking your time. Have you acquired the bees yet? I need something to help me transport the bees to Koresh. You are in luck. I have just the item. Point, click, anything small enough to be transported directly to Koresh. Is it safe? It is safe enough that I would use it on you if the occasion required it. Jeez, Venari. She's still sassy. I was gonna be annoyed if they didn't go for the awesome Blood Elf Druid thing, since those are just cool. I mean, she's not a druid, I think she's just a botanist.
A fellow researcher?
If we can get her to safety and bring some of her hive, then they can rebuild.
So soon?
We saved
Take
her!
care.
Let's take her to Koresh, was it? Always nice to see new parts of Azeroth. Yeah, Azeroth, for sure. For sure. I'm just pissed that cool smaller characters like Locust Walker, yeah, for nothing. As I'll say again, Zolt, I'll say for you, I'll say for everyone else. Again, we were talking about it earlier, so it's kind of okay, but not everyone has seen the cinematic. It just came out. If we're not talking about it, obviously don't bring it up. But we were talking about it earlier. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It sucks that they're gone, but yeah. I mean, she's a botanist for like WoW, so that's basically just probably the angle they'll go for Blood Elf Druids. I don't think she's like a druid in terms of like she can turn to animals and control plants. It's more of like a profession, like a herbalist, really. My bad. It's fine, Zol. I'm just saying it as a reminder for people because I've had to say this twice now. It's just common courtesy. If we talk about spoilers, especially spoilers that just came out today, let's be careful.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
Let's vacuum up some bees. I mean, Harvest Witches couldn't do that either. It's just the angle I think they'll go with. I don't know. I think they'll go something different, Zoran, in terms of Blood Elf Druids. I like how we're using this thing again from Pandaria. It's the fireworks thing. It's the fireworks gun or whatever. A little funny. Heck, this bee is defiant. They better not? Really? I think the botanist thing is boring as heck. I'd rather them do something different. Something far more spectacular than a botanist from like the Botanica or whatever. I don't know, that just sounds really boring. I'd much rather it be like the Farstriders come up with some form of druidism on their own. If they try to make them like Night Elves, I'll scream. Nothing like that. That's not what I'm asking about or saying that they should do. I say it's more of like a sub-faction from the Farstriders. I just don't really like the whole Botanica thing. Botanica's... I don't know, I'm just not enticed by Blood Elves that study plants. That sounds lame? Your thing sounds lame. I study plants. I'm gonna become a druid. That sounds really boring. Meanwhile, I used to be a Farstrider. I've become something far greater. That sounds cooler to me. But the Hive Mother is unhappy. Just make them people who want to regrow the Dead Scar and ultimate alterate. Isn't that your Isn't that your justification for Orc Druids with the Oasis and Duratar? No. My justification for Orc Druids is the Mok'Dathol are the first Druid clan in the Horde, and they teach the Orcs of Azeroth and Outlands how to be Orc Druids. You have no leg to stand on? You have no leg to stand on. LOL Orc Druid, please no. Okay, Zolt. Hold up. Hold up. Zorin, you no longer have my ire. Zolt has my ire. Orc Druids are cool and I've wanted Orc Druids for ages. You do not get to say please no to Orc Druids. You get to say please yes. You get to say, oh, that sounds neat. You get to say, oh, they're not my cup of tea, but I hope you get them. But you don't get to say please no to Orc Druids. Dude, they had Blood Elf turn into a Trent form in 2007. Again, whatever, Zorin. I don't have ire right now for you. You're Blood Elf Druid. If you want Blood Elf Druid, botanical people, whatever. Nightborns should get Druids too. I think that almost every race in WoW at this point is at a point where they could be a Druid. Weird how both bosses that turned into tree forms. I agree to Orc Druids if Forsaken gets Shaman and Kultirians and Void Elf Paladins. Sure. I don't really contest that. I really don't contest many class combos. Like, I contest more like Mag'har Warlocks, which are unfortunately are already a thing. Otherwise, no. I don't think you get to say no to it, but, you know, I'm not saying no to your thing. And I also think that Orc Druids come before, I think Orc Druids are more likely than the things you've listed, personally, but, again, that's, I'm not here to argue about it. I want Orc Druids, so.
Oh, good. I could use your
Have you
help.
rescued the bees? Yes, I have.
So soon?
That was extremely unorthodox method of capturing bees, but it was a successful one.
If you find anything
We secured the
interesting, let me
queen
know.
and apparently sent some bees to Koresh. So, how do we get there?
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Once again, I have provided. You may use this portal to return swiftly. You gonna come with us? Alright. Away we go. Mag'har Warlocks, I think, works fine for Bleeding Hollow Orcs. I think we've talked about it before. The way you described it, it sounded okay, because it wasn't really them using Fel, it was more them just using their own practice of magic, really. Which I think sounded fine, but like the whole point of Maghars to stay pure, and if they use Fel magic, in my opinion, that's gonna make them turn green pretty fast. Who's going to be the last boss? Probably for Midnight. I have no idea. And other such dark magics that don't fit with the mage archetype. Sure, I can at least agree with that, especially because, you know, Kilrog used the Eye of Kilrog. So, that's like the one thing where I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
I swore an oath to restore.
Congratulations, you have secured the bees. After much delay, they are in Atrium. Once the queen bee is delivered, we may begin our research.
I must protect my investment.
Hey, what's up with this guy? Oh, we aren't Azeroth anymore, are we? Check out those plants! Oh, this is going to be really interesting. Well, at least she's not mad. I'm gonna write so many papers. I mean, Ajara makes sense for the last boss of Midnight. I just hope that it's not, like, the final patch sort of deal. Like, I want Ajara to be built up throughout the entirety of Midnight. I do think WoW mages are kind of limited in terms of theme, kinda. I bet you either Xal'atath or Ajara will be the final boss for Midnight. See, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that Xal'atath will be the final boss for Last Titan, just because she's supposed to be for the whole saga. Illyria's the last boss for Midnight, perhaps. I could maybe see that. I would prefer Ajara, but if they want to save Ajara even for later and beyond so that she gets her own expansion, I'd be okay with that too. But it seems like they're at least building up to Ajara being in cahoots with Xal'atath in some way.
Our work has just begun.
Check on our bee friends. Oh, she went all the way over there. Jeez, okay. How did she get all the way over there? What the heck? How did she teleport? That's what I want to know. She went from being over here to somehow getting over here. Like, that is...
The Wastelanders drain.
She did not come with a flying mount, and she doesn't know how to teleport. Did she just take a flight path, I'm guessing? That's like the only thing I could think of. How did she get over there? What the heck? I actually would totally be for Ajara betraying Xal'atath and helping us out for a brief moment. See, I'm a little bit worried of them repeating that. Like, see, I already think they're gonna do that with a Ridicron, Zarin. So I don't know if I want them to do that with Ajara too. Like, I'm really worried they'll just repeat stuff if they do that. Like, yeah. Like, I'm okay with Ajara betraying Xal'atath. Honestly, I think it should be the other way around. So I think that Ajara betrays, no. Xal'atath betrays Ajara, and Ajara's like, fine, I'm gonna do things my own way without you. That's how I would handle it. And then Iridikron catches wind of all of it, and he's like, okay, she's betrayed so many people now. Time for me to betray her. It's only fair. If only to follow up her last encounter as a callback to the Naga helping the Blood Elves in Warcraft 3. Interesting. Guess it's more of a Lady Vosh maneuver, but yeah. I just don't think Ajara would team up with Zal because of what happened with Ajara and N'Zoth. You would think that, but apparently they're already in cahoots, according to all the way back with the Drakthir and also the Siren Isle stuff, so.
I'm so glad you're here.
What about the image of Xal'atath as a boss, not the actual that were tough? Huh? I don't know what you're saying. Bees are so resilient, look at them. How are you finding Koresh? You know, once you get past the giant gaping void scroll of doom in the sky, it isn't half bad. Food has been the only problem. Venari has been very helpful. She's only been making constant comments about, me owing her. Now that I have provided you with sustenance, you must take care of the bees for another day. That was the plan all along. I'm on another world again. I'd pay them to let me work here. It's all so fascinating.
So
Which is why I think Ajara will be the one to betray Xal'atath. Maybe? I don't know, I'm worried they're gonna overdo it, Zoran. That's my biggest concern.
A fellow researcher?
Hello again, Banner Bladesnot. Are you here to help?
The world is wild.
And there's just...
Stay safe.
There's a lot of quests.
If you
I mean, I think this is mainly the B arc, but... I just don't think it would look good for Ajara to be totally pwned by N'Zoth and Zhao. See, I think that's how I feel about a Rudicron in the same way, which is why I'm like, okay, well, you're probably gonna have a Rudicron betray her too, and that means that you're gonna do it back to back per saga? I don't know. I'm kind of more in favor of, like, Ajara getting backstabbed, but, like, owning it, basically. Like, she's like, it's a backstab, but it's a backstab that Ajara sees coming, and she works with it. Like, you know, like, she takes basically a page out of N'Zoth's book, and runs with it, and makes, you know, she makes it work. I think it may just be for the best that if they don't include Ajara in Midnight, which is weird to say. She feels like the perfect villain for Midnight is the problem. That's the main problem I have with that. But if they want to save Ajara for later, after the saga, I'd be okay with it. But it does feel like they've been teasing it, Zoran, which is why I'm like, I don't know. They did already tease Ajara with the Siren Isles, and also the Forbidden Reach. So I think I'd be surprised if we didn't see her in Midnight.
I'm so glad you're here.
It's taking the Hive a while to get up and running, and they are low on honey. Thankfully, you gathered plenty of honey back in Stormsong. Could you feed the queen?
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Bees seem to be doing very well in this new environment. They are even starting to pollinate the plants here. We should document it. It's not science if you don't write it down. You'll find them mostly around the plants.
So soon? Take care.
I think my main issue is that I just hate the idea of Ajara being a lackey, especially after her development in 8.3. It's tough. I wouldn't see, like, the main thing that they would need to do with both her and a Rudicron is outright have them both go, we're not your lackeys, Xal'atath, we're your equals. That's kind of how I would probably have to present them. Like, you could have, like, Xal'atath be sassy and be like, I'm not, you're my servants, and them being like, no, we're not. That's probably how I would do it. I only need one more bee. It just feels like Zal is kind of the one in control now, and with the Dark Heart being so powerful, she kind of has to be the one in control, as she is the final villain of the saga, and she is the most powerful villain of the saga. I do think a Rudicron betraying her and, like, putting her back in the dagger makes the most sense. Is it true that Illyria missed the arrow? There was no arrow. They need to really show off the strength of Ajara and a Rudicron to make it feel equal. I mean, yeah. That part I agree on.
Oh, good.
Also, hi, Box. I think the bees will do well here.
If you find anything interesting,
Look at her. She's
let
so
me
happy,
know.
not worrying about those horrible death bees.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Have you thought of getting into science yourself? You're a dab hand at it. Aw, I'm getting compliments finally, and not getting sassed at like I was by Venari.
If you find anything
Alright, let's get these bees in the Ecodome Primus for the next round of tests.
So soon? Take care.
Let's move our test in the Ecodome Primus. We'll test them out with actual Koreshi animals. That's pretty exciting. Bees in space. I will say my problem with the Ecodome music is it makes me sleepy. Very relaxing and very nice.
I'm so glad you're here.
If I were a bee, I'd be a queen bee.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
I think we should start prepping a move to the bees into the oasis. I'd like to tag them so that we can monitor the hive. Bees don't tend to stand still for long. We'll need to tranquilize and tag them. I tagged the queen. Would you tag the honeybees?
The world is wild. Stay safe.
The bees are doing well and have no negative interactions with the local fauna. But what about the flora? I have some cutting. I have some cuttings of plants from the oasis. Would you gather some cuttings from this dome so that I can compare them? Are we in the Dementius Chair Saga or the Xal'atath Chair Saga? Definitely the Xal'atath Chair Saga, I'd say, Boxman.
So soon? Take care.
I'm out of range.
Hotel Zoe is taking their time certifying zones as secure. It has been half a month and they only certified the island Tazabesh, landed upon as a safe for exploration. The biologists are furious. I've been rappelling into the central canal to get some samples despite Constable Zoradar's warning. Let's see how the rocks on the periphery compare. Right, and that's talking about rocks. It is of great significance how quickly the void exposure is reduced underneath Primus's sun lamps. We begin to see immediate bleachings of color to a more natural brown. Under the Techomancy scans, using 2 rods of seeing, I have seen a 90% decrease in void energy contained in the sample. Astounding. Note for later experimentation. The void corruption was always present. While we found a great gains in Primus's design and shielding further corruption, for cleansing the majority of the corruption, the purification systems were never able to completely remove the corruption from any of these samples. Compare notes with botanist Omnitier and see if they have reached similar conclusions. Okay, that's interesting, I guess. I don't know. Is she a blood elf or a void elf? She's a void elf, technically? I wonder where we go after the saga? I'm guessing a world revamp for Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms, probably. I really dislike how you can't transmog the Warglaze of Azzinoth, like the fact that you have to do this weird specific thing to unlock it, and it's only for demon hunters is so crazy to me. No, I agree with that. It is weird. I like Koresh, don't get me wrong, but thematically it doesn't feel super built up to or earned by War Within's narrative, in my opinion. I think what the problem with Koresh is it needed a bridging patch. As far as it not belong in War Within, I don't necessarily agree on that, though. I think there was some build up towards it in Dragonflight at the very least, Box. With, like, Locust Walker and his dialogue to Lyria, like, when they were talking about how, like, the world of Koresh was consumed by Dementius. Like, I immediately went, oh, so we're gonna go to Koresh at some point in the saga. Now, did I think it was gonna be War Within? No, but do I dislike that it's in War Within? Honestly, no. I actually really prefer this over the Rootlands. Like, I honestly don't think I'd be as enthralled or as excited by the Rootlands comparatively to Koresh. Again, I think the main issue is we needed a bridge patch. Like, we needed basically the Legacy of Aerithor patch, but for Koresh, essentially. I don't know. I really like Koresh, so it's like it's conflicting for me. I really like it as the final patch for War Within because I think I was getting really tired of the whole like underground stuff. It definitely needed a little bit more built up, sure, but I do think it works well as the finale for War Within, and it works. I think it works better in the saga as a whole. That's probably what I'd argue. I'd say Koresh works for the World Soul Saga. I don't know if it works as well for War Within, though. Maybe. I don't know. I'm a little bit indifferent, because I like Koresh, and I was getting really tired of the underground stuff. That's kind of how I feel about it. I kind of felt the War Within should have touched on the sword more. That too. I mean, that's another bag of worms. And I know that they plan on doing something with the sword eventually in the World Soul Saga. But I'm wondering if that's going to be a Last Titan thing rather than a War Within or Midnight thing. But no, I agree with the whole like no sword thing. The sword should have been more. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with War Within where like it brought up a bunch of stuff and then did nothing with it. I feel like that happens a lot in this expansion. I like Koresh, don't get me wrong. I'm not coming across, or I don't think you're coming across that you hate Koresh. I just don't agree that it doesn't line up with War Within. I mean, it has its problems, sure. There is some awkwardness going on where we just immediately jump right into Koresh, for sure. And that's why I feel like it should have had like a prequel. It should have had a prequel patch of some kind. I mean, I can't lie, I would have been annoyed if the final patch was just nature-themed again, so I'm glad we didn't get Rootlands. That's kind of how I feel. Like, as much as Rootlands would have worked for the World Soul Saga and War Within, I'm kind of okay that we got Koresh instead. Are we ever going to go to the other side of Azeroth if there's anything over there? Maybe. We need to do all the flora cutting. I'm so glad this is off the table for Midnight's final patch. See, that's the one thing that I'm also thankful for. I know that's gonna sound really weird, but like, Koresh felt too predictable for being part of the Midnight stuff. And by getting rid of Dementius like right away, you have kind of like more urgency around Xal'atath as a character and villain. It means that there's no boss above her at all. She's her own boss. She's not under Dementius in any sort of way like we initially thought. Like, she's not serving him anymore. She has completely like uprooted herself from her. Haha. I don't know if I ever wanted Rootlands. I think something like the actual heart of Azeroth could have been cool. Do you ever see another planet becoming a possibility in WoW? That is very fair, Zelrin. I've talked about it before, but I think one of the things that they could do in terms of like other planets is like the planets that like Sargeras and Aman'Thul came from, like Titan planets that no longer have world souls in them. I think that could be really cool. They would need to build up new planets, though, going forward, besides, like, Koresh and stuff. Because Koresh was kind of, like, I think the final other planet we've heard about. Like, I know we've heard about Argus, which we finally got to see in Legion. And Koresh was mentioned all the way back in Burning Crusade, so this was kind of like the, as far as I remember, the final one. We could go back to Outland, though, someday. I'd be down with that. I think they're gonna save the Heart of Azeroth, like the location, rather, box, for Last Titan, I'm thinking. That might have been on the cards originally for War Within, but I think it makes sense to, I don't know, I really like the, Koresh as the final patch for War Within. That's the, complicated part. I do agree, though, that it is an awkward piece, where it's, like, kind of thrown right at us, like, almost immediately. Like, there's no build-up, it's just like, go to Koresh, stop Dementius. Like, it's kind of just so suddenly thrown on you. At the very least, it has, I'd say, better build-up than Archimonde ever did in Warlords of Draenor. Like, Archimonde, it was like, hey, use a toy to see a message from Archimonde, basically. I think we could see an off-world Titan facility as part of the raid, kind of like how in Taurus had the Seat of the Pantheon as an area. Ooh, that could be kind of cool. I'd be down for that.
Oh, good. I could use your help.
I'm terribly excited to work on plants again. It's been quite a while now. Get it, Ben?
The world is wild. Stay
Exactly.
safe.
The bees and the plants are getting along nicely. This means that they are ready for the oasis.
If you find anything interesting,
Ah, thank you. I
let
hope
me
you didn't
know.
get stung.
So soon.
Alright, I'll
Take
get these
care.
bees right over to the oasis and meet you there.
If you find anything interesting, let me
Man,
know.
this is kind of quick. It's like boom, 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 go to the other domes. Okay, I'll meet you in the oasis, Spinner Blades, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright. I don't know how you're getting over there. I'm just assuming that you're just taking the flight path yourself. I don't hate dwarves, I'm just getting tired of them. I like dwarves. I don't know if I'm really tired of dwarves. I don't think we really had that many dwarf stuff in War Within, if I'm being honest. We had, like, one quest line with them, with Moira and Dagron and Muradin. I don't know if I really count the Earthen as dwarves, even though they are dwarf adjacent. Seat of the Pantheon and Elonara. Those would be really cool places. Get out of here, you. The Gul'dan Share Saga. We are long past the Gul'dan Share Saga, my friend. Hey.
A fellow researcher.
Let's start helping the bees get acclimated.
So soon.
The hive has been settled in quite well. I'd like to do a quick honey check though. The pollen in these plants are quite different and it should change the honey quite a bit. We need to make sure it's working for the hive. It should be fine based on the experiments in the earlier domes, best to check though, right? People will say X fatigue for anything these days. More of War Within has non-dwarf stuff than not. True. Oh, I keep falling off my chair. See, like, I think the whole, like, X-race thing, fatigue, like, I'd say I have more Illyria fatigue as, like, a character, but I don't have Void Elf fatigue, if that makes sense. Like, I think we've gotten so much Illyria, and I know we're getting more at midnight, that I can feel... I mean, it doesn't help that I'm tired right now, too, but I can just feel the tiredness overtaking me for her character.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Stay a while and listen. This place is truly incredible. It's like Outland, but even more extreme. Oh dear, does this mean I have a thing for Shattered Worlds? I'm gonna screenshot that.
If you find any...
It seems the insects have acclimated to our environment. Your task is complete. You may leave.
But there may still be issues. So far they've been thriving, but the queen needs honey to eat.
They will make honey from the plants here, will they not?
Well, yes. But these plants are foreign, and so is their pollen. There's no telling what kind of honey the pollen will make, if it's nutritionally adequate, or if the queen will even like the flavor for that matter.
Ah, I had not taken that into consideration.
Of course, I could always stay here and continue their maintenance.
And continue to sample our plant life, I assume.
It would be such a pity if the efforts to import them were wasted, would it not?
Very well, you may remain, but do not forget why you are here. The cultivation of life is of utmost importance. And do not expect monetary compensation.
Does she count as our horde rep?
Trade, service, and fostering for scientific study and call it even.
I mean,
at least her cleverness will be put to good use.
Like, this is like the only blood elf besides that demon hunter who goes rogue and, you know, tries to kill us. And she is a blood elf. I know she's technically neutral because she was hanging out in Stormsong Valley, but like, I want to count her as horde, just so that I can be happier. That was nice though. I'm glad that they had to stay a while and listen. That was actually voice acted between the character. This character is a bit over the top. LOL, I guess she kind of does. She is voiced by Rouge the Bat Box. You might like her. Also, Box, you might like this, but Tenwu the Red Smoke, I'm pretty sure is voiced by the same guy who does G's voice in Mr. Pandaria.
Oh, good. I could use your
Place
help.
is truly incredible. It's like out. Oh yeah, I read that.
So soon?
Hi, Venari.
Everything I've done.
Ah, here you are. Good. There's work to be done. All right. Alright, I'm counting her as our only horde rep for Ghost of Koresh. Oh my god, LOL, yeah. I had a feeling you'd like that. What? Okay, there's definitely a delay. That is a good sign. Okay, what part is the good sign? I need the context there, because there's a delay. He must have recorded some G lines, yeah. Well, so Tenwu, I'm talking about Mr. Pandaria because I was doing Mop Classic. That's what I was referring to, Box. So I don't think G has done any lines for retail, but for Mop Classic, I'm just saying that Tenwu, the Red Smoke, and G are the same VA. That's all I wanted to say. I felt like you'd appreciate that, is all. That G's voice actor is still with Blizzard. I mean, he was credited in IDM a while ago. Maybe they're saving G Firepaw for later on in the Midnight Saga. Maybe. See, here's my theory. I think they got him in for War Within, but then they were like, okay, we're gonna do the Heritage Armors by weekly or by expansion or whatever. So we'll get so we'll get the Heritage quest line for Midnight maybe for G and Asa, I'm hoping. Oh, I thought you meant in Ghost of Koresh. No. Tenwu the Red Smoke is a Shadowpan character. I figured you'd appreciate that, because I was doing I unlocked Tenwu today in Mop Classic, and I was like, oh, this guy kind of sounds like, that G Firepaw guy. I never noticed that before. At least I can do LFR in retail. Speaking of doing LFR in retail, what does Manaforge Omega's gear, the Raid Finder gear, what is that? Let's see. 671? Okay, so my gear that I'm currently using, that's all like mythic or whatever, is still better than Raid Finder gear. But I guess you could technically upgrade it, so technically the LFR gear should, in theory, be better. I thought that he appeared in the patch, and I'm sorry, Box. I probably should have clarified in Mop Classic. I figured you would have registered it as that. That's on my bad. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Box. I gave you false hope for Ghost of Koresh. I'm sorry. Have you collected the honeycomb? Yes, I have. I'll run the analyst on this to ensure that there are no issues, thank you. Alanera mentioned another task that she had if you had the time. Alanera requested that I pass on a message. Hey, Omatalad, I'm going to dance for the bees so that they know where the new flowers are. Can you ask Benner Blades not to do the same? Odd, but please feel free to frolic. Oh, she's great. She is my, I like this Blood Elf character. I'm my only Horde rep for Ghost of Koresh, goddamn, besides Bannerek himself. Oh! We need to do one of these. That's not really dancing, though. More like running in a circle. I was kind of hoping that we would actually dance. Yay, the bees are happy! There we go. Gotta go back to work, Ben. Have a nice night stream. Alright, Box. Have a good work. Remember when we had to fight Asa in the Horrific Visions? Did we? I don't remember us having to fight Asa. Did we fight Asa in the Horrific Visions? We never had to fight G. Huh. Can I get an E before I leave? There you go, Box. I got you your E. Oh, hi, Trader. Hi, Xal'atath. It is kind of funny to have, Xal'atath here. Oh, she's gone. It wasn't the original Battle for Azeroth version. I don't know why, but I always really like the little heart sound effect. It reminds me of Noble Garden. Maybe because, you know, the rabbits would always do that a lot. Actually, I'm kind of curious. After I finish up these quests, I want to look up and see when the story mode for Ghost of Koresh is. Hooray! We did it. I don't know why she didn't just ask us to do that, but alright. Maybe it was awkward for her. She was like nervous to ask us to dance. Or she was just busy and just didn't register to ask us. She was just like, ah, hey, ask Bannerek to dance.
A fellow researcher.
Have you been dancing? You did well, Bannerek Blades. Now this will help the bees and the oasis flourish. More bees knowing where more plants are can't possibly go wrong.
The world is wild.
I just spotted a few bees fall to the ground. I think they've overworked themselves trying to get to the new plants. They'll be fine. They're just tired. Could you help me pick them up and bring them back to the hive?
So soon? Take care.
Thanks, Mary Blade's not help out as well. Meet you back here. Alright. At least she's helping us, you know? Sleepy bees. Good lord, I'm seeing bits of the Dementius boss fight. How on earth is this end of Act 1? How do you top that? I don't know. I've heard bits and parts. It sounds pretty intense. In a good way. I am curious to see how they're going to, I mean, obviously Titans are gonna be Act 3, but Act 2 is gonna have some trouble, I think, between Act 1 and Act 3. Yeah, I saw it too. I didn't really see anything. I just kinda heard about what happens, and it sounds very similar to the, Andril fight from Yggdrasil. But like, you know, more epic than that. For a moment there, I thought that the mining gear, we were like putting the bees in the mining gear, and I was like, wait. Why am I putting bees in a mining cart thing? And I realized I did mining earlier. Tendril was already epic. I feel like Dementius, like, took Tendril's cake and ate it pretty much. After seeing this, I can't see anything as the last Titan end boss other than Azeroth herself. This is nuts. Really? You don't see Aman'Thul? I don't know, I feel like Aman'Thul would be pretty cool as a raid boss, although I'm also very partial to Eridicron at the same time. Blizzard, 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 but it's a lizard meme? I am unfamiliar, I am uncultured with a lizard meme. Well, I think dragon riding should be in all end bosses. I have to agree with you, Zauren. There's something just really cool about, like, popping on your flying mount and, like, using it as a part of the fight. Like, I've always wanted, like, mounted combat as, like, either a profession or just, like, a mini game or just, like, a feature. But, like, if they ever, like, do that with, like, dragon riding, that'd be pretty cool. It's just epic. In fact, I think it should be used more in general for raid things. I agree. Where are my bees? It's from the Pixar's new movie. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with the Pixar's new movie, actually. Aman'Thul and Eridicron would both be cool, but they're such a downgrade in scale and spectacle than Dementius. I could kind of see that, but I think I'm more excited for Eridicron and Xal'atath than I am for Dementius. I do not envy them in the slightest, though. The whole Dementius thing, it sounds very cool spectacle-wise. I think Aman'Thul could be really cool if they add, like, the time loop mechanics, and there's, like, multiple copies of your character from different phases working simultaneously. That sounds really complicated, but also really cool. I'm down for that. So after we finish the Oasis thing, I'll do the, dungeon. I'm only gonna do the... I think I'm only gonna do the dungeon on story mode, though. Nothing too intense. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but it just, it'd be dope. Be dope. That part I can agree on. Ugh. I am getting sleepy. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Doesn't help that I woke up ridiculously early today and didn't get a lot of sleep. But you know, we'll probably do the dungeon next, and then if I have the energy for it, I'll do the world quests. I'd always do the world quest out. He's returned. Pet them. Does to go here? I don't understand. Let's go back here. Okay, I'm trying to go back here. Return them to the hive. Are they up there? I'm guessing they're up. No? When does story mode come out? That's a good question. This person seems confused as I am. Where is the hive? Blarg. I am so confused. Also, just say how cool it is that they foreshadowed a lot of the patch from the get-go with Khadgar's death. Kinda. In a way. Oh, there we go. That was a bit weird. Alright. It was like you had to put them on the ground. But like, I could barely see anything.
I'm so glad you're here.
All has been accounted for. Thanks, Benright Bladesnaw.
If you find anything interesting,
Ah, there you are. It's time for documentation. We need to keep track of how these bees are doing in the oasis. I filled out the paperwork already. Perhaps you could get me some photos of the bees in action. I am so shocked at how long this quest is still going, if I'm being honest. I don't mind it particularly. It's just kind of funny to me.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
That's what I'm doing. More documentation. I'm surprised Drekthar hasn't died yet. Me either. I'm also surprised he's still kicking. He is I'm pretty sure he's over 100 years old now, but maybe he'll you know, maybe we'll get a quest line with it soon. Maybe. Finding Dementius by turning into energy when that's exactly how Khadgar survives is such a nice little connection. I hope there's more stuff like that that we can look forward to. That is like a very, like, I like that in terms of like storytelling, but like it's fused together with the game mechanics. Like, that is cool. I do like that. Much as I will harp on how much War Within was not for me, there's like little bits and parts where I can go, that's cool. I'm curious if this is gonna be like a weekly thing. I imagine it will be. That's what I would do. Or like you do these Oasis quests every week, basically. I didn't get any bees. Did they add the horde decals for the dirigible yet? I thought they did. Although mine was really bugged and wasn't working right.
Oh, good. I could use your help.
You really have this photography down, you know? Look at the composition of this shot. We don't need a cataloger. We don't need a cataloger Wolfred levels of photos, but I do appreciate them.
So soon?
Your photos make me think that the hive is all ready to swarm. This is the ultimate goal of any hive. Birth a new queen and create a new hive. It does mean our queen needs to move to a new location, but there's plenty of eco-dome to go around, right? Can you help find a new location?
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
I'd assume they would fix it with the reset, hopefully. Nobody had them unlocked last week. Yeah, I'll have to give it a gander. He doesn't like that area. We're going the right way this way. There's a rare. Get to them in time before my... Hooray! I had mine since like last Saturday. That's weird. Yeah, I didn't get credit for it. Apparently, like if you were logged in when the achievement like went live, it's all bugged up. clear that she likes this location. Okay. Yeah, I don't got mine. I will have to check. The Horde ones are way cooler than the Alliance ones, thankfully. A small victory for the Horde. No idea why they went with black and gold, but it looks cool. It's very, very Korkron and Horde themed. Very, very thrall of them. If it had a better model, it could work well as a Korkron character flying mount. True. Where do you want me to go, little bee? What about here? Hooray! They like this spot. Yippee! Pet the bee.
Fellow researcher.
Excellent, our queen is all grown up.
The world is wild.
We got a D. We got a daily.
Yes?
There you are. Good. There are many tasks that have been waiting on your arrival.
Benarek, just the orc I wanted to see. I need you to go dance for, the bees. I shall just watch and leave now.
If you find anything interesting, let me
Well,
know.
we've unlocked the dailies at least. I don't know, let's see. Bees knees. Oh, I have no idea. Is there another daily? Oh, tons and tons of dailies. Is Gyra in her 20s or early 30s? I think she's technically the same age as Thrall, or younger than Thrall.
Comes salvation. What is more valuable than
Well, at least
home?
I get dailies again, that's nice. Help Benari build a functioning ecosystem in the Oasis. Oh, and it gives me a little... Fish hydrobites. They want me to fish? Okay. I mean, water's too shallow. You guys are shallow. Do that. On the plus side, the fishing is very easy. Unlike in Mop Classic where it's like you need to max your fishing really to get it efficiently. What are you guys going to say in 2039 when Warlords of Draenor is 35 years old? Well, by 2039, it's gonna be, oh, I don't know what I'll be, but I'll be going crazy probably, in some way. Oh, I fished too quickly. Womp womp. Mop Classic versus Mop? I'm gonna go with Mop on that one, actually. There's a lot of bugs and issues in Mop Classic compared to the original Mop. And it's kind of made Classic Mop less authentic and a bit less general. That's how I feel. Plus they removed LFR. I'm not happy about that. I caught your fish, buddy. Ooh, and you get reputation with Koresh. Nice. Alright, we need to do the wiggling again. Brought back the BFA run circle. Here now again. WoD did not come out in 2004. That's true. I didn't question Jacob on it when I should have. Yeah, what the heck, Jacob? You're a liar. In the words of Gammon, you need to pay for your crimes. One more wiggle dance. Is that what it's called? Really? Waggle dance, not wiggle dance. Imagine they just added like the flossing dance animation in World of Warcraft. They're just like, oh yeah, everyone can do the floss dance. That'll make all the Fortnite kids play World of Warcraft, right? Imagine if Blizzard made Classic Plus, but all it was porting WoD to Classic. Damn. Be a little funny. A tiny little bit funny.
I'm so glad you're here. So soon?
Also, I do like watching you dance. Aww. Great, enter phase diving. Okay. So we can't, well, we can help the Oasis. Food shipment. Devour Anima, we can do that. I kind of like the idea of doing all these dailies and world quests, and then like we cap it off with the dungeon, maybe.
The great dragon, Reshanor, tears freely.
Deal with Reshanor later. Leave me alone. Like the Vol'dun cave. I don't think there's any more anima in here, though. Unfortunately. Up. There we go. Area is obscured, it says. Boring. Still obscured, what the heck? Everything is obscured, no! That's pretty rude, guys. Is it still obscured? Yep. Try that again. Why is my vision obscured still? What the heck? Area just borked. You gotta switch to survival. Ew.
It's too far away.
Obscured down here. I think it's just that area? That's weird. Let's see if you're still obscured, little friends. Excuse me. Vision of the target. What the heck? It's really weird. One thing I do appreciate about Koresh is it's technically a desert zone or a sand zone. Survival hunter mandated quest. I do not. I refuse. No. I will not break my oath. Is it true that Bannerak's entire backstory is based off of the Lion 2 King fanfiction? No, thankfully. I'd be very devastated if Bannerak was based off of a Lion King 2 fanfiction. Honestly, I barely really read fanfiction. My one buddy, he was trying to get me into it, and I was just like, I don't know, dude. The most it is roleplay, obviously. Like, yeah. Roleplay is one giant fanfiction. Sleepy. Are you? Why are you still obscured? That's so stupid. I read fanfiction a bunch when I was a kid, same with creepypasta. I watched creepypasta videos, and I thought they were real at one point. But then, like, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Vision of the target still obscured. What the hell? Why is my vision obscured? I don't understand. Honestly, such things are probably some of the better things to have an interest in when you're of that age, because at least you're reading, I guess, even if it's about Slenderman or Sonic.exe or whatever. Yeah, I mostly read, canonical stuff. Like, I like reading, I had a big issue with just reading fanfiction, really. Like, there's such a negative association with fanfiction from all the shows and movies that I watched. I was like, I'm not gonna read fanfiction. But then I happily was like, oh yeah, role-playing, that's cool. Wait, maybe your vision was obscure because you're wearing the infamous double eye patch. Oh. Yeah, I was wondering if it's because I need a phase shift, but I don't think that's the case. It's working before, you saw that, right? You gotta join Team Melee, dude? I think it just depends on the area for some reason. And I'm not joining Team Melee. You can't force me to do that. Ain't doing that shit. It can't, it doesn't look it can hit back either, that's weird. Like, I can kill some stuff, but I can't get all stuff. Also, I don't even know what I would do to do, like, survivals ever, and I haven't done survival since Legion. Like, asking me to play survival is like asking me to play an entirely new class, pretty much, at this point. Team Melee have infinitely less fun on raid bosses. Never listen to their propaganda. I won't so. I am not going to fall for their propaganda. No matter how much it's entices me. Because of how bugged this quest is, it seems. That's we know that the one place that works is that cave. This isn't the cave. Where is the cave? See if the reading the quest will help. Ecodomes run anima while you're out in Caress. See if any of the devourers kill them and return with their anima. You will be compensated. Yeah. There's no tricks involved. It's probably just a very broken quest. Hi, hello Yuzuki. How's it going? Okay, that area is obscured too. This is crazy. Some of my abilities work, and then I don't know, that's crazy. That's weird. I'm fine, and you? I am decent. a bit tired. But, hopefully that will go away. Probably won't, because I didn't get a lot of sleep. Okay, let me go over to the Devourers over here and see if that'll work.
My ecodomes are constantly under attack.
Hopefully these Devourers will not be obscuring me. I think it might just be that weird area. That's my theory, at least. I'm fine, Sue. Sorry if my English is terrible. I'm Brazilian. You're good. I can understand what you're saying, so that's always a very good start. I'll let you know if I don't understand what you say. Half the time that does happen in the chat, and I need a repeated explanation for it. Why is Koresh's music gotta put me to sleep? Like, it's not boring, it's just too peaceful. I guess they knew that, like, the goblin music was very bombastic in the last patch, so they're just like, alright, well, you just make this, quieter and peacefuler. Scared me. Oh, you are not a devourer, my fault. It's so sad you abandoned Skull. I did not abandon Skull. You know what happened to Skull. Don't be coy. Zelrin. Oh, that's a rare. That's my bad. I mean, I might be able to take them. Yes, and you abandoned him. No, I didn't. I am very ashamed of you, Zelrin, and I will shame you for the rest of the stream if you keep it up. You threw him out of the stables to tame the funny fish pet. No, I didn't. You must stop in your lies and treasonous behavior, Zelrin. Check that Skull was taken back behind the shed that one you're showing about. You guys are both menaces that need to be, stopped. Can't have one nice thing in this age. Only gave me 3 Devourer stuff. Well, I need to kill one more Devourer at least, so there's that. Like, I'm all for artistic freedom, but did we really need to see a bloody splatter on the camera lens? I did no such thing. I just noticed I never see that blue dog on stream anymore. That, the Blues Clues. Alright, stolen food crate. Oh, that's actually back in Tazavesh, too. Neat.
As if we didn't have enough trouble. Now the mail is backed up.
Just hate it when the mail gets backed up. Holy textures, Batman. The real reason that Blue copyrighted Blue Dog, you were legally obligated to never use that pet on stream anymore. I will fight you. I like when my Dire Beast glitches like that, that's cool. Maybe there's a plus side to the passive Dire Beast after all. Those Colossi really did anything. Oh no, what if they made Bestial Wrath a passive too? I would be very angry. They're just making BM a baby spec at that point. Can't have Dire Beast, can't have Bestial Wrath. They're gonna probably take Call of the Wild away from me too, aren't they? That's pretty dang rude if you ask me. There should be a hunter talent that just makes your hunter pet like 500 feet tall. I'd be cool with that. That sounds awesome. I like realistic pet hunter size or whatever. Like a freaking T-Rex that's like that big. That sounds badass to me. We need 3 more shipments. I wonder, if you wonder, if you tamed like the same beast over and over. Okay. Would your BM hunter just summon like a billion copies of that same beast over and over? Probably. You have that Dire Beast thing enabled, yeah. I have the glyph that summons the ones from your stable. I might do that with my Goblin and Robo Dog pet. I feel like you don't need to tame pets over and over though for that. Like it's just based off of the ones that are in your stable. So it would just keep summoning the copies of the pets that are in your stable. So long as you don't have like a ton of, you know, variety of pets in your stable, you should be fine. I might do a pathetic thing here in a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn these in, and then I'm gonna do the new dungeon, the Ecodome Alani or whatever. Aldani, yeah. Wish I should wait to do that. But,
The great dragon, Reshanor?
I might do that, and then I'll end the stream, I'm thinking, because I'm getting sleepy. I think there's 3, maybe there's 2, I don't remember. I don't remember the exact amount. I don't think I retained those.
Everything I've done has been for Koresh. My fortune for the world that was.
All the question? I guess I did. Alright, let me do the Aldani quest. Quick. I hate how tired I am right now. It's whack to me to use Call of the Wild with that glyph because I have TRP nameplates on all of my pets, so seeing like 5 of my hippogriffs show up throws me off. A little bit, yeah.
My ecodomes are constantly under attack.
Talk to you later about it, Munari. Let me do the ecodome. I need to pull up the WoW recorder thingy. I'd like to grab that. I've not done this at all. I just know the spoilers, kinda, that of who we're fighting in it. That's all I really know about this dungeon. This will be my swan song, for today's stream. Oh. Can I not do it? Hold on. Maybe I'm stupid. I thought you could do it in the first week, though. Okay, let's see. Specific dungeons, follower dungeons. Ecodome Alani. I'm surprised they didn't add an NPC you can talk to out here. That's crazy. Oh well. I feel like these patch dungeons are never good. I heard really good things about it, actually. And the issue that probably would be mitigated by me is taming more pets, and hey, I would have, if anything, cool on Koresh was tameable. There really isn't anything new on Koresh is the problem. I think the closest thing we have that's like available for everyone now are those Void Warp Stalkers and the new Warp Stalker model from Burn Crusade. They finally added for something. I don't have a quest here at all. Bots and Awas as a Hakar and the Soul Scribe. Did we kill her daughter?
Soul Scribe has betrayed us.
I mean, that's not
broke down our
surprising.
defenses, and her wastelanders are destroying the domes. They must be stopped. With our defenses
Munari.
down, there is nothing to keep the Devourers out. My people stand no chance.
Okay. On the plus side, like a very... I mean, it's always a simple run, isn't it? I do like the follower dungeon system, because it kind of just lets me jump into a dungeon, see what it's like lore-wise, and then kind of just go from there. I do like that. Very nice new addition. Technically that was added in Dragonblade, though. It hurts me that they made this whole cool new space bug race, and they were like, nah, none of these are beasts, actually. I do agree that is kind of sucky. I do like the bugs. I think they use the, Zergling skeleton too, so that's kind of bad. One thing I have noticed about my new Dire Beast, like, glyph, is it mostly summons the same pets. You could definitely do any boss you want. I'm gonna go do this boss first.
The Devourers seem to be coming from the enemy. Stop them at the source, so we can return our attention to Soul Scribe.
Got it. I do like how different the dungeon is to the actual one itself. Like, sometimes I'm like, I want it to be different, but other times I'm like, when they do stuff like that, it's like this, it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. Does Banneret hate Resto Druids because they turn into trees and trigger his PTSD? He doesn't like them particularly whenever they turn into trees. That is true. It is a Itani thing. There's one that uses the Sithid one, and it's so cool. Why can't I have that? But I can tame elemental worms made of spinning rock, right? Well, we couldn't do that before, but yeah.
Calling more in.
Someone lights. Run out. I do love it when they add new dungeons.
With that thing dead, we can return to the real problem.
Cool, cool. A waystone here? What the heck is a waystone? Is it like to help summon people back? That's kind of neat. I mean, it looks like, obviously it looks like a summoning stone, but is a waystone just like, Would Ban be more upset by his clanmates being Scourge zombies or Batani zombies? Batani zombies, actually. Scourge zombies, at the very least, there's a way, you know, like, come out of it, like, you know, like, cause, like, the Scourge and the Ebon Blade have actually shown that they can break free. He has never seen anyone break free from the Batani's grip. Like, death is the only option for them. While for the Scourge, it's kind of like, oh, there's a chance there's still someone in there. Entire pet families have 3 models, but no, we can't add the new things we made to them. Why are there only 3 monkeys? Why can't we tame the Marmoni from Dragonflight? What are we doing? I agree. They should let us have the variety of other pets. I still want friendly cloud serpents, for crying out loud, to be tameable. Banneret Bladesnot is a wise man. Well, he's a very experienced dude at this point. That's the plus side. Plus, you made me think about it, so I had to think about it too. I had to think about what he could think about. That's what I have to do when I write for good old Banneret. we're almost on the Wastelanders. I feel bad for these guys.
They seek the complete annihilation of the slave.
That's a shame.
Pointless. Xal'atath lives. My oaths stand. This place falls.
All of this destruction for the traitor?
Yeah, her thing is pointless. I'm kind of glad I did this dungeon after doing this week's campaign, because this seems a little bit more appropriate. Although I was told that this takes place after the raid, but so far it feels like it takes place during the raid. I hope the Batani do become relevant in the future. They did escape twice now, once in the Barrens and now also on the Isle of Dorn. I wonder if we were supposed to fight them in the Rootlands. That would have been cool.
Have no time for this. Papa, be certain they follow no further.
Get rid of him.
No prey escapes me.
Oh, I like this guy. Very hunter. I like hunter characters. Honestly, I've liked the Wastelanders. I'm kind of mad that there's no good Wastelanders now. Like, I was like, oh, these guys are cool. And then they immediately are like, oh yeah, we're gonna turn these guys into dungeon bosses. Oh well. You will never even touch her shadow. That's a baller line.
With your oracle, I failed.
Fortunately, he died like a wuss. It's soul scribe time. Let's go. The Batani taking over the Wailing Caverns as their base of operations would be cool. See, that's what I think they're gonna do next with the Wailing Caverns. Don't forget the podlings in the Dream, who are definitely not there for any nefarious reasons, surely. Honestly, the Batani in the Emerald Dream would also be terrifying. Like, we need something to replace the Emerald Nightmare. Might as well be that. I really do like how some of my Dire Beast pets just randomly get big. Like, that's cool to me. I really like that. Resi Surge on me. Haste increased. Oh, that's cool. I really like the Koreshi Elementals too. Aw, man. It's such a honestly, I really hope we get an aftermath story where Thrall visits Koresh. That'd be so cool. Like, it doesn't even need to be in the game if it's just like a story, or like in the epilogue chapters for War Within. I'd be so happy. The Batani suddenly making their way into the Dream and rooting themselves into the natural blueprint of Azeroth when they're not supposed to be here is terrifying as a concept. They should totally tackle that and do that. Like, how a dire wolf is bigger than a normal wolf, things Dire Beast summons should be bigger than normal. I agree. I love summoning Undasta and shit. Like how big he's supposed to be in the game. Oh. I actually am kind of sad that we need to kill her off. I honestly hope her ending isn't death, but I have the feeling it's going to be. All their little camps. We might be able to... Ooh, there's the cool bug thing that you would really like. Yeah, I like those little Zerg-looking dudes. Let's try to skip these guys.
You built this place on the High Temple of Koresh and questioned my wrath.
It was the only place our plans stood a chance of success.
The wrath brought nothing but destruction. You have no right to this power.
We did fail you, but destroying the dome will only hurt Koresh.
True. Nari is correct, as she often is. How would Van feel if he was given a Venom Hide Ravisor? I mean, I think he'd like it. He likes most beasts. Like, there really isn't an animal that Bannerneck will, like, say no to. Like, even the Fell-Corrupted ones, he's like, you know, they deserve a chance.
I will bring your works to ruin.
Alright, Soul Scribe.
Die or flee in shame.
I will not flee in shame. I'm Banneret.
One last oath to fulfill.
You could have lived, you dummy.
What? Your destiny's over.
Line on you.
Ooh, the music's real good here, too.
Target you.
Why they gotta go so hard for the music for Koresh?
Your destiny's over. My enemy. Unpunished.
She's not dead. Are we not killing her? Are we not killing her?
So much wasted. All to honor an oath for a dying, treacherous king.
True.
But there was always the greater oath to save Koresh.
Is she not dying? She's not dead. I don't know if she was supposed to do this or not, but she's not dead though. Ban can like the Ravisor all he wants, but it doesn't change that he'd just get poisoned if he touched it. True. Well, I can't tell if the Soul Scribe was supposed to die or not, but I hope she doesn't.
I swore an oath to restore
I pity
my
the Soul Scribe. It did not have to happen this way, but I will not anything stand in my way of the goals, not even the former High Oracle of Koresh. I think she was supposed to die here. Maybe. I'm kind of curious. I might have to look this up now. Okay, I'm ready to leave. Okay, well that was that. That was an alright dungeon. I didn't hate it. Well, we don't know. Did we? See, when I did the questline, I didn't kill her daughter, but was I supposed to kill her daughter? I need to look this up. I need to look all this up. Soul Scribe. We are supposed to get more of an epilogue. We have one chapter left. I don't think that chapter is available, or has been available, rather. All right, let's see. Soul Scribe. I want to see if she dies in the Warcraft wiki, because if mine got bugged, it got bugged, but if she wasn't supposed to die, let's see. Soul Scribe. She might not be even on here yet. Soul Scribe. There's tactics for her. It says she's defeatable. It doesn't say she's dead. Interesting. Doesn't seem like she's dead at the moment. I don't know. Interesting. What about her daughter? Xal'atath. I know that daughter Xal'atath isn't her daughter, but let me see. I know she uses it on them. I guess... Narathe. Narathe on here? Nope. Okay, the Warcraft wiki is not up to date yet. Okay. Well, that's the first time Illyria has fought someone this expansion. Oh. Illyria killed her daughter, you fight her for like 3 seconds, and then Illyria just shoots her dead. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get to see that at all. She kind of just appeared on me, and that was it. Alright, I am unfortunately very tired. 1, because I had trouble sleeping. 2, I woke up early. So I might take a brief nap. But, it's been fun. Honestly, the Ghost of Koresh story. We're not done with Ghost of Koresh, though. We still have next week, I think. Hold on. I want to see when the, chapter opens up. When does the... story mode for Dementius come out? I wanna figure that out. If that comes out next week, that'll be nice. Story mode will be released on August 19th. That is literally, I think, next week? So we'll be able to experience that. Nice. I don't know if other people are able to experience the story already. I imagine they might. I don't know. But that's nice that we get to experience it for next week. So that's nice that I have something for next week on Tuesday to do. And also, ooh, we also have Gamescom for Tuesday as well for the midnight announcements. So we get midnight stuff announced, and we get to finish up Ghost of Koresh. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Yeah, but it's Gamescom day. It's like hours before Gamescom, I think. Yeah, I'll be doing both. I'll just make that Tuesday a very long stream, probably. But it's something, at the very least. I mean, yeah. It's one of those, awkward situations where it's like, oh, hey! Ghost of Koresh! And then also, well, yeah, but, midnight stuff, though. That is the awkward situation. Anyways, like I said, it's 30 minutes before I usually end the stream, and I haven't even done all my world quests yet, sadly. But, I mean, these aren't going away, fortunately. Because they don't do world quests daily anymore. They do them, like, I don't know, every 4 days, it seems like. Anyways, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to take a nap. I will be up later on, but I will catch you guys for next week for another Mop Monday for Monday, and then Gamescom and Ghost of Koresh for Tuesday. And I don't know if I'll be streaming on Wednesday, but yeah. We'll probably be returning to Halo, by the way. I know I didn't clarify that too much. Didn't really see a reason to really talk about that as much, because WoW's been popping off with stuff to talk about. So, yeah, I'll probably be returning to Halo 3 and Halo 4 for the streaming stuff. And hopefully by then, it'll be closer to me getting my new computer, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me in my Ghost of Koresh journey. Appreciate y'all, and we'll talk more about Midnight and Ghost of Koresh and all the other stuff next week, but I'll catch y'all around. Bye! Ending the stream. Bye-bye. Bot Mondays and TM Midnight Tuesdays. Yippee! Yeah! T Midnight Tuesday. Let's go. Bye!